Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Innovate with Low-Code AI and Agents session today. It is a pleasure to be here with you, all of you in person and online around the world. My name is Paula Nobre. I am the Low-Code Partner Strategy Lead, and together with Courtney Lanza, the Low-Code Partner Marketing Lead at Microsoft, and Saurabh from Cognizant, we're going to talk to you today about the latest news from low-code solution play. So first of all, we want to thank all the partners that have done an incredible work delivering solutions using low-code to our customers. Thank you so very much to each of you. Also, we want to recognize and celebrate the Partner of the Year award winners. Intelligent Automation winner, Cognizant, and for low-code application development, PricewaterhouseCoopers. We are here to celebrate and thank all the finalists and winners of the Partner of the Year award this year. Today we're going to talk about the market opportunity and what that matters for a low-code partner. Also, we are going to hear from Cognizant, their practice enabling intelligent automations. Then Courtney will talk to us about the go-to-market strategy and resources we put available for you to be successful. Market opportunity. I know you have seen these numbers already in a couple of sessions, but it's really important to see these predictions. IDC and Gartner, they are projecting that in 2 years from now, considering we are at the end of 2025 already, there will be 1.3 billion new applications in market. 1/3 of those enterprise apps already infused with AI. Why that matters for you? This is really a great opportunity for Power Platform, because we estimate for each dollar invested in Power Platform, a partner will make $10 to $12 in professional services. Now, I want to ask you for a pause and think. How are you going to make this $10 to $12? The same traditional way, offering bill, like charging your customers or making money as per your billing hours? If you are delivering AI, we expect you will deliver value faster. Then customers are also aware of that, and they expect an adjustment. So now we are inviting you to think about and to consider adjusting your profitability model to be outcome-based. Some partners are already doing that. And if we think about this faster to deliver value, yes, studies are already proving that there will be a compression in the very first moment of you delivering an AI agentic solution in your profitability, which we are calling the productivity compression of an agent. But right after, when you show the value, what's going to happen? You're going to be able to scale that innovation, infusing AI solutions into the other workloads of your customer. Then you're going to recover that percentage that you had at first reduced and even scale more. That's why we are considering asking you to revisit this aspect. Yesterday, we announced here one framework that we are building with McKinsey, and you are going to have access. It's coming next in December, this playbook, to help you adjust your services practice to this AI agentic momentum. Another statistic that is really important to face, that 70% of all AI investments fail. Fail not because of technology or models being used. The failure is to integrate AI across the business operation of a customer. Because if we work keeping data isolated, disconnected, systems fragmented, and co-pilots just isolated, then intelligence will not deliver impact. That's why it's important you keep on the 30% that succeeds. This means you've done the work to understand your customer needs and really connect their business operations with the real needs, real innovation, real outcomes. We say that if you execute AI without that concept, then AI won't matter for the customer. Now, if you get it right, then you are not going to be only ahead of the curve, but you also will be redefining process. That's how we picture AI success then. It's all integrated. We deliver and we bring co-pilots for the employees. Then we connect with agents that analyze, define, act, and we connect with apps, because apps is where humans act. Apps is where we interact with agents. This is how we see all together really delivering the AI transformation. When we speak about the frontier firm concept, I know we focus first on the co-pilot. It's here, it's part of the system. But if we don't connect with the operations, then we will not deliver the expectations. For a customer to be a frontier first concept, we need to implement it with this integration in mind. And here's where a partner with low-code expertise, adding together the experience and knowledge you have about your customers per industry, you really can deliver this in a faster and safe manner. Because with Power Apps, you transform business logic into intelligence experiences. And remember, apps, they are not only formed for data entry. Apps is where, again, the humans act with the core business of the company. Is where we interact with agents. Agents are not AI assistants. They are becoming autonomous collaborator. It's a very important asset. And if you put that together with Microsoft Copilot 365 for every employee to work faster and make decisions smarter, then we are transforming this company. I like this slide because here I really want to invite all of our low-code partners to see how do I bring this company to be a frontier-first company. I can decide the strategy I want to implement. I can deliver with Power Platform, Copilot Studio, to the extension that I can. And if needed, I can integrate it with Microsoft Foundry. It's all in our solutions. And this is the power, unique power you have. And this is why it's important we call out this for you. And remembering, we have already tons of innovations in Power Platform itself. I will just here mentioning 3 recently announced at Ignite. First one, it's really now easier and totally reinvented the way we are making, let me play first here, sorry. You are able to create apps in Power Platform. Here, you can just use the AI assistant, asking the app you want to create, and it will start working on your behalf, interacting with other multiple agents, with large language models, creating the app plan, bringing all the resources needed for that application, all the security checklists that you need to verify, even people that matters for this context of that application, the coding behind. You can interact with this plan, adjust as it is preparing to run the app, and in a matter of minutes, in this demo here, 2 minutes and 5 seconds, you have a new app, for instance, to onboard a new employee into the team. That's it is still in preview, but really more intuitive and easier for you to create apps. Second one, the model context protocol. You have heard already about it, but this is a way for apps interact with agents, even call data services, similarly to the API calls that we know already. But the biggest difference here is that those calls bring context together. And this is fundamental for the performance of an AI agent. That's the differentiation of the MCP. Also, we have now M365 Copilot extended into Power Apps, Power Automate. You don't need to switch between applications to use an AI assistant and ask questions and get help. You can do it directly within the environment, the premises of Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Pages. So many more other innovations that we are announcing here at Ignite for you. And with that, at this point, you might think, I understand now with this concept of business process outcome that certain customers will just need some refinement to bring innovation. So other customers, they are already prepared for a full, totally new reinvention. So how you, a partner, scale between refine and rethink. This is actually connected to the spectrum of agents that we are talking about. Some business models, they are just in the phase 1 where humans collaborate with AI assistants, but they work better, they work faster, and this is innovation for a customer already. Others, they are prepared to have humans delegating tasks to agents. And other processes are already there to be have the work totally done by agents. No human directions or interference at this point. So as we can see here, we have a lot of innovation. It's really exciting, all we can do right now. But what it is more exciting for me is the opportunity that a low-code partner has right now to start acting. Start acting, act fast. And speaking of a partner, I would like to invite our partner Cognizant to come to stage, Saurabh, to share with us some of their practices and recommendations that brought all of these to life. Thank you, Saurabh.
Thank you. So let me introduce myself again. I'm Saurabh Swarup. I am a market leader with Cognizant's Intelligent Process Automation practice. And before we dive in, let me first take a moment to thank the Cognizant team. It is because of their perseverance, the passion they have in helping our customers engage and drive them through their automation journey, that we have won the Intelligent Automation Partner of the Year award in 2025 again, as we have won it once before as well. So the credit goes to my entire team in the practice and in the company. So before we dive too deep into intelligent automation, let me first start with Cognizant's AI strategy. We refer to this as 3-vector strategy. And this is our roadmap that we use to help customers move from AI pilots to full-scale deployments that deliver value. So the first vector in this 3-vector strategy is enabling hyperproductivity. This is really about leveraging AI to build better code faster and to modernize applications faster. So essentially it is more code, better testing, and faster results. This is what frees up the organization's capacity and frees up investments for the subsequent phases in your AI journey or in a customer's AI journey. The second vector is what we refer to as industrializing AI. This is really about embedding AI in your business processes, in the applications, in the systems that employees use on day-to-day basis to do their work. So this is really about doing smarter work, work that is more contextually aware, and ultimately work that is more automated. And the third vector is what we call as agentifying the enterprise. So once you have embedded AI in your applications, in your systems, you can then start thinking about autonomous agents that can drive work for you or for your employees or even for your customers with minimal human intervention, orchestrating tasks and actions across systems. And this is ultimately where we see new service models emerge or new revenue streams emerge. You can see a ton of Cognizant frameworks, service enablement platforms that are part of the framework that help our customers across these 3 vectors. And I think it's extremely critical for all the partners to think, right, what is the art of possible with AI? So with the 3-vector strategy at a higher level, really let's hone it down to how do we see automation emerge? So this slide really talks about the emergence or the evolution of technology, right? At the bottom is RPA or robotic process automation. This is really about mimicking human action, automating keystroke level activities, automating swivel chair tasks and activities. Above this is workflow automation. This is about automating your workflow with human approval steps, end-to-end coordination of tasks and activities within a given process. Above this is cognitive automation, and this is really about using AI, machine learning, technologies like NLP, or even intelligent data processing to extract data from your documents to make your decisions within a given process much, much smarter. And then the last is agentic process automation. We are all aware of this. This is really about building autonomous agents that do the work for you with human interaction and enablement exactly at the right spots as required. So I want to take a moment to reflect on this. If you look at this evolution of technology, in the Microsoft Power Platform stack with Copilot Studio, you have all of these capabilities in one low-code platform. So Power Automate for RPA and desktop workflows and automation. Power Apps, Power Pages for building low-code apps to bring human in the loop at the right places. AI Builder to embed AI and machine learning at the right places. And then, of course, Copilot Studio to build autonomous agents. So this powerful stack in a low-code environment is truly something that can deliver to all of these capabilities. So we've looked at the evolution of technology. Now let's look at the human side or the process side of the same thing. We automate business processes for a living every day. So if you look at any given business process, we see emergence of two types of agents: human agents and AI agents. I've actually heard someone, I can't exactly remember who, refer to them as carbon agents and silicon agents. But in any case, one thing is very clear: AI agents are going to be more and more intelligent. As they become more intelligent, maybe even super intelligent one day, we will see them take more and more responsibility in executing tasks within a given process. But one thing I do not see change in or will change in the foreseeable future, and that is humans will ultimately carry accountability of the process. So this leads to the core design principle we believe in Cognizant, which is while we build for autonomous execution, we have to build for right level of human visibility, intervention, and action at the right places. And this lens is something that we use to guide our strategy, select the use cases, the right set of use cases, and ultimately build the right level of governance and change management that is required to drive this across our customers' organizations. There's one more thing I will point out, and this is something very fundamental to how we have structured the practice and our team. The ability to consult with our customers on their core business processes in the core domains they operate in is as critical or maybe as important, if not more important, than technical knowledge of AI and automation. And that's something we have to keep in mind, because ultimately this is about business process change in real enterprises. So now that we have looked at Cognizant's higher level AI strategy, the evolution of technology, the human, the process side of it, the importance of governance and change management, let's look at where the money is today, right? And these are some real opportunities that we are driving in the market with Microsoft. I'll classify them in three buckets. With Microsoft Power Platform specifically, I'll classify them in three buckets: agentification, modernization, and democratization. Agentification, we all understand, it's about building agents that really move beyond just conversations to actually do actions in Teams and other enterprise channels, where you build in RAG applications on top of your data within Dataverse, or it could be within your ERP systems, or it could be in SharePoint or some other place. But it's really about making sure that these agents work and they are wrapped inside a proper governance and risk framework. The second opportunity, and I would say at the moment it is quite big, is really around modernization. There are a slew of applications at our customer enterprises really that need to be modernized. And you should look at Power Automate, Power Apps as the right sort of target platforms to modernize these applications. And there is a lot of license savings and things like that that we'll talk about in the next slide. And the last but not the least is truly democratization. I think the power of this stack is at the hands of line of business users. And you saw this, the ability to build applications, automate your processes in natural language. And this can only happen with the right level of change management, with the right level of governance, with the right level of education, training, and support that you need to give to your customers. And then, of course, there is enormous business value that you can drive from this change and with this engagement. So I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about some of our client experiences. And it is experiences like these that has led to Cognizant win this award in intelligent automation with Microsoft again this year. I will start with one of our energy utilities customers. We've worked with them now, I would say, for last 4.5 years. And over the last 4.5 years, we have set up their intelligent automation center of excellence. But more importantly, we have trained more than 4,000 of their employees on the Power Platform stack. And between these citizen developers, as well as the pro-code developers in the center of excellence, we have built more than 2,000 applications. We have automated a number of processes across all of their business units. And the value delivered speaks for itself. And these numbers are tracked accurately across the organization. The value delivered has exceeded $75 million on run rate basis per year. Just one of their conversational AI agents that we have built saves them more than $1 million every year. So you can see the value if this is done right. And if you enable the organization in the right way to deliver this, this is truly phenomenal. The second customer I would talk about is a healthcare technology client. Now, of course, they had a slew of applications, RPA automation platforms across the organization that we've consolidated into one target application, largely built on Power Apps and Power Automate. Just the license savings are more than $2 million every year. We've automated multiple processes, including some of the mission-critical apps that have been built. And we've built a very impressive system that triages more than 50,000 emails every year from their customers. And that has driven enormous amounts of savings. And not just savings, it's accuracy in understanding the customer's intent, in driving resolution as quickly as possible to whatever the complaint is or whatever the ask is. The third customer I'll very quickly talk about is a consumer client. Of course, they had a traditional RPA platform that we've migrated over to Power Automate. And just in this process, I think the license savings are more than 70 to 80% of what they were spending before. But more importantly, it's the stability of the systems, the automations that run between systems, and the number of open tickets at any point in time has reduced to around 50%. And the performance of these automations is significantly better than before. So just look at that. I think the value is not just in license savings with modernization, it goes well beyond that. And then the last client I very briefly mentioned, this is a journey that has just started, so I picked that up for this reason. It's a heavily regulated environment. We have set up a compliance-aligned automation foundation for the company. We have started building AI agents, mostly in the space of understanding customer emails and triaging. And ultimately, the value speaks with the accuracy of triage significantly higher than before, and significant improvements in mean time to resolution. So I would end my section at this point, but I would be remiss if I do not say one thing. We could not have achieved this without Microsoft. And as a partner, I think I have leveraged almost every tool that Microsoft offers in its partner toolkit, in its go-to-market toolkit, for partners to go out in the market and succeed. So with that, I will hand it over to Christine to talk about the go-to-market strategy and all the tools and resources that are available to partners. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Saurabh, for that wonderful information all about your automation process. Very, very excited to be able to hear all about the automation process as a partner, and also congratulations to Cognizant again and to PwC for winning the Partner of the Year Award for the Low Code and Automation Awards. I am Courtney Lanza, and I am the partner marketer here at Microsoft for the Low Code Solution Play. And I am excited to be able to talk to you today about the go-to-market strategy as partners you can utilize from Microsoft's resources all throughout the Low Code Solution Play. So let's get started. So many of you are likely familiar with the MSEM journey, the Microsoft Customer Engagement Methodology. And this is an important critical view to really understand and dig into all of the resources you can take advantage of from pre-sales all the way to post-sales for the low code solution play specifically. And so when we take a look at pre-sales resources that you can utilize, we have assets like Campaign in a Box, we have pitch decks, FAQs, all sorts of resources found in the Power Platform Partner Hub. We have our PowerCat self-serve tools where you can utilize engineering resources as well as skilling up on Kickstarter workshops and the Partner Skilling Hub. As you progress through the MSEM stage, you're able to take advantage of certain opportunities like MCI workshops or funded engagements. And so this year, the Low Code Solution Play have teamed up with the Copilot Play, and we've brought together the workshop into one. This is an MCI engagement that is focused on both Copilot and Low Code, and it's called the Copilot plus Power Accelerate Initiative, or a workshop. And so these are two specific workshops. A pre-sales workshop, one-to-one, one partner to one customer, focused on really envisioning what the art of the possible is for low code and for Copilot. You are able to take advantage if you meet the criteria to really focus on certain trials, Copilot Studio trials, even Copilot trials. As you progress through these stages into the post-sales workshops, you're also able to take advantage of our Copilot plus Power Deployment Workshop. And this is a post-sales workshop really focused to train customers and utilize and understand these solutions. And again, these are multi-size workshops. They're multi-workload workshops. And we'll focus a little bit more detail in the coming slides on how you can meet the criteria and how you can start to implement and facilitate these workshops. And finally, in our stage 5 post-sales, we also have the opportunity for you as partners to engage and facilitate in a day workshop. This is a little bit different than the MCI engagements in the sense that it's not a funded engagement, but it does allow Microsoft to help you with demand generation and really help you with customers that are existing in the Microsoft ecosystem that are interested in anything Power Platform solutions. So that's apps, agents, automation, pages, etc. So let's dig into what are the resources that you as partners can utilize for this low-code solution play. So the first things first, we have a new Campaign in a Box specifically for the low-code solution play. This is out, ready, and available today. And if you're unfamiliar with the Campaign in a Box, what this is an assortment of resources available to you that's made up of things like emails, pre-made ebooks, pitch decks, all available for you to really create and tailor to your partner organization and start sending them out to customers. So if you want to start building awareness with those customers through email campaigns, then starting to acquire your leads through things like gated ebooks, and then actually start nurturing those opportunities once you've found those customers that are truly interested in low-code solutions with certain pitch decks and useful resources that you can use with those customers. Again, we have that low-code campaign ready and available, and we also have the Copilot, M365 Copilot Campaign in a Box available as well there for you. And next up, this should be very familiar, but I just wanted to give a quick call out. Definitely, certainly bookmark the Power Platform Partner Hub. This is your go-to source for anything pitch decks, any FAQs, any sort of partner alerts, any blogs, upcoming news that you hear and see and need to help train both your technical and your sales teams in order to truly facilitate and bring out best practices for low-code solution play. And as you start to differentiate your business and showcase that your organization truly has these low-code skills, you can start to take advantage of various programs within Microsoft. So the beginning stages should not be too new for many of you. Most of you are already within Partner Center. You've registered under the MAI CPP program. You've gotten a Solutions Partner designation within BizApps. You've also started to get your low-code specializations. For low-code, we have our low-code, and we have our intelligent automation specialization. But what might be newer for some low-code partners here is our Jumpstart initiative. And what this initiative really is it's a group that allows both low-code and co-pilot partners to come together and accelerate their programs and growth. And so this year, we have our Jumpstart program that's really brought together, bringing both of our low-code and our co-pilot partners, allowing them to really start to skill out and build capacity within those practices. And this is really meant to allow you to start to get guidance, resources, and start to build community around these. We know that right now there's a massive amount of change and updates within the co-pilot agents and low-code space. And so it's a critical group that you are able to start to get those alerts and start to kind of understand quickly how to build up that practice. Within this Jumpstart community, we have multiple tiers, 3, where you can start out in the community tier if you have at least one modern work, BizApps, or security specialization. As you grow from the community tier to the next step, the ready tier, you'll need to have proven that you have an established co-pilot and low-code practice, that you've met the skilling requirements, and that you have an internal usage of co-pilot within your organization. And this step is actually crucial for the MCI engagements, because this is actually where you're able to unlock the Co-Pilot plus Power Accelerate program. And as you move up this step, you can make it to the prioritized tier, which is a co-pilot specialization requirement. And this is where you're able to start to showcase that you are both a low-code and co-pilot expert in this space. And so let's dive a little bit in more detail on the specific Co-Pilot plus Power Accelerate program. Many of you are very aware that this program exists. These are 2 workshops, the pre-sales workshop and the post-sales workshop, and these are one-to-one engagements, one partner to one customer, that really focus on various workloads. And one thing to point out that is crucial for this is that you are able to take advantage as a low-code partner of purely workshops that are based on Power Apps or Power Automate, or if you'd like to mix and match a workshop and focus on Copilot Studio and Copilot, you're able to really bring together multiple workloads into one workshop. So we have our pre-sales engagement and our post-sales engagement that is ready for you to utilize. But let's say that you are not in the Jumpstart community as of yet. You're really working your way up there to try and make it to the Jumpstart community, but you've not reached it yet. You are still ready and available to utilize all of the resources available within the Co-Pilot plus Accelerate workshops. So these are tailored workshops that really give you all of the information needed for this. And within that, we have an assortment of activities specifically for you within this. So for example, our envisioning workshop, we have activities there that have pitch decks, that have demos for each of these specific activities. And we have this similar resource for our deployment workshop as well. And the point is that this is kind of a library, in a sense, of all of these resources that you can use for low-code and Copilot. You can mix and match and take one book and add another book in. But let's say that you feel like you might need more of a guide, in a sense, or you want to start with something that's easier and then start to mix and match. We also have our pre-built pathways that you can use to start to work with customers and really prove the value of low-code and Copilot. So if you do have a customer that's really wanting to focus on Power Apps or maybe some sort of automation process, you can jump on board and start a Power Platform envisioning workshop where you're able to kind of define those high value scenarios and start to build out adoption plans. Or if you have a customer that's super interested in certain things like Copilot Studio and Copilot, then you can start to pave out the way for some sort of proof of value or proof of concept and really showcase the value of an agent or of Copilot together. So this allows you to bring, these pathways there. But again, if you want to customize this, if you want to take a little piece of one of those pathways and match it with another piece, you can. It's all dependent on your customer's needs and what you feel your customer is interested most in. And then lastly, we have our in-a-day workshops. And so these are crucial. They're, again, a little bit different than our MCI workshops in the sense that you don't necessarily get funding to facilitate these workshops, but the benefit is that you do get Microsoft working hand in hand to manage the customer experience from end to end. So all of those customers in the Microsoft ecosystem, if they're interested in things like agents, apps, automation, Power Pages, they can sign up for these workshops. And then you, as a partner, can go in and start to deliver those workshops depending on the customer's interest. And these are one-to-many workshops where you're able to sort of re-engage these specific customers, bring them back into the pre-sales MSM journey, and start to work with them on various solutions that they're interested in. And this is also run by our engineering team, so it really gives you a great opportunity to start to connect with that engineering team as well, and to start working with existing customers. So with that, I'm going to kind of touch on next steps and resources that you can utilize as a low-code partner. The first thing that I will touch on is, if you are aware, we do have a partner benefits package. And this is a package that allows you to get sort of exclusive license discounts depending on the tiering that you're interested in. It also allows you to get Azure credits as well. And so right now at Ignite, if you're interested in something like this, you can go into that QR code. You're also able to get a 30-minute consultation with a technical pre-sales and deployment team. So this is a really good option if you're interested in licensing, if you're interested in Azure credits, and you as a partner want to take that opportunity and the next steps there. And then lastly, once you are ready to take action, here are a lot of AKA links that are super, super helpful for you. One thing that I would like to point out is our partner opportunity deck, or our low-code partner opportunity deck. And this is helpful because it's consistently updated. It has a majority of the things that we have in this deck, but it goes in more detail. So you can utilize that, as well as all of the links that are going to help you get ready, start to create demand, and start to grow your business through the various engagements that we spoke about today. So I want to thank everyone here. Thank you so much for being a low-code partner. Thank you for working with us and for working with the customers out there. We're very, very excited. And feel free, if you'd like, we'll be here after the session. You can come up to us. You can ask us any questions. We're happy and excited. So thank you so much. Appreciate it all.